Alrighty, welcome to another episode of Design in Progress. We are back with De Excidio, one of Ned's games that he's working on. We are going to be in control of a space station and making sure it doesn't fall apart, in one way, shape, or form or another. There were words there. They made sense. I'm sure they made sense. With that, well, we have played this before, so you can go check that out, although things have changed. So Ned's going to explain, probably basically from the ground up, exactly what the heck is happening. And then we'll start.
Heck yeah.
To Ned.
All right, excellent. So assuming that folks can hear me, this is De Excidio. Jake did a great job of kind of walking us in about how what the thesis of the game is. The goal of the game is to win. Currently, at the start of the game, there are 3 ways to win, and there can be more than one winner. Over the course of the game, some of these ways to win will become shut off, and some new ways to win will open up. The 3 ways to win right now are that you have control over one of the 3 institutions. The 3 institutions are HR, administration, and security. The conceit of the game is that we are a corporate space colony that our parent corporation has filed for Chapter 11, Space Chapter 11, and so we're kind of being left to do whatever we want while things get sorted out legally. So we're in dubious legal status and no longer receiving orders from the mothership, as it were. And we kind of get to develop the colony how it goes. So, like I said, you want to establish control over these institutions. You'll see these control tracks. There are going to be, you'll see these little yellow icons. When you get to do a yellow icon, you get to put one of your markers on the control track that corresponds to that institution. The person with the most control over an institution has control over that institution. That is, the sum of their markers is the largest. So to grab people's pieces really quick, Jake, if you have a marker here and Matt has a marker here, and then Jake, you have another marker here. Jake, you have 4 points worth of control, 2 2s.
Yes.
Whereas Matt, you just have 1 2. Some things become cheaper the more control you have over an institution. So, for example, taking a board seat or asserting local control through the administration are cheaper the more control you have over that institution. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yes.
Cool.
Yes.
Vaguely.
Great.
Yes.
Vaguely, yes. All right. So this is the primary way to win, and it's all summarized on your reference card. Unfortunately, one of the things that is going to happen is that each generation, there is going to be a challenge. So this is an example of a challenge I brought here down in the bottom right of the screen. So each challenge is going to involve 2 different institutions. It might be mandatory which institutions are involved, or it might be to you which institutions are involved. By up to you, I'll explain that when one of those cards show up. So this is a challenge for security and a challenge for HR. These challenges require that there be a certain number of cubes of power in these institutions in order for the institution to pass the check. So in this case, security needs more than 2 cubes in order to pass the check, and HR needs more than 3 cubes in order to pass the check.
And we have to do both.
The person with the most cubes in that institution will get the top benefit, and frequently there is a choice about the top benefit, and I'll explain all these icons in a beautiful second. And then everybody who contributed to the check gets the secondary benefit. Does that make sense for everybody?
Yes.
Yes.
And we have to do both of these, or one or the other?
Both. Both of these are both being checked.
Both. Okay.
If a check is not made, if we have not contributed enough power cubes to an institution, that institution will crumble. When an institution crumbles, I take one of these little crumbly markers and we put it on the institution. So if we don't have 3 cubes in HR at the end of the cycle, then HR will crumble and it will cover up one of these spots. If an institution fills up completely with spots, that institution is no longer a valid victory condition. It doesn't matter how much control you have over it. Nobody cares. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So like I said, there are 3 possible at the beginning, but some of these, it is very likely that some of these institutions will start, the wheels will start falling off these institutions. Additionally, as these institutions crumble, bad things will happen to everybody. There's this little kind of despair icon. This despair icon, basically whenever I cover a space, that thing happens. So in the case of the little despair guy, we all are going to take one rot card and put it into our decks. And that's just a dead card that you have to deal with in your decks.
I am rot.
It's just rot. Yep.
Is that
and
rot,
you get to
rot spelled R-O-T or rot spelled however the hell else you spell rot? What is it?
R-O-T is how it is spelled. It is rot. It is societal rot.
Okay, not like you're really sad, so you are rot.
Sometimes there will be resource icons that are crossed off. In that if we cover up one of those spaces, then everybody is going to have to lose one resource of that type if they have it. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Cool. All right. The second thing, so in this case, if you pass the check with security, then the person who contributes the most will either get to take a money and get a control marker, or, and this is the second option, these are the victory conditions that are going to be unlocked. There are 4 ideologies. Each of these ideologies starts off the game not mattering. Nobody cares about these ideologies. But over the course of the game, we can make people care about these ideologies. So if you pick that option, if you were to pick, for example, the authority option for security, you would get to take one of these tokens and put it on your player board, and that would be a permanent benefit to you that would do something cool.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and it would also advance that ideology. So you'll see that there are these tracks, and then there is this central yellow area. If an ideology gets enough support to make it into the central yellow area, the person with the most personnel of that ideology will be another winner.
Okay.
Does that make sense for everyone?
Yes.
And I'll talk about what that means in a little bit more detail in a moment, while I finish dealing out these starter bennies. Cool. For as a screen top note, if something is hard to read, you can mouse over and hold space, and it will zoom in on it.
Very zoomed in.
Yes. The core mechanism of this game is a worker placement deck builder hybrid. So what is going to happen is I'm going to, in a more serious game, we would be drafting, but because I'm still testing it, I'm just going to deal 3 cards to each person. So we've got purple, blue, and green. So let me do that. Certainly. These are starter cards. These will modify actually, can you grab the top 3 cards off of your deck and put them into your hand, because it's going to give you some bonus resources.
Wait, what color am I?
You're blue, so you should be seeing the blue. I just put it in your blue area.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you'll look in the top right, there are going to be little icons in the top right corner. So go grab the resources that correspond to that.
Okay. 1, 2.
And then put it on your player board. Your player board will have little spots
4.
for all of the different kinds of resources.
Delightful. And we start with one of each resource.
You start with one each.
How do you grab? There we go. Okay, I figured it.
Yeah, double click will grab everything in a stack. Shift click will grab more and more elements of a stack. All right, then take those 3 cards and put them back on top of your deck. Shuffle your deck. And then shuffle your deck, you want to double click on the deck and then hit Z. Z for randomize. So double click to select Z. Yeah, so double click to select all the cards in the stack.
R,
yeah,
which is
not R, which rotates your vision, because obviously you rotate your vision more than you randomize stacks of cards.
That's, of course.
Obviously.
Does that make sense for everybody?
No, why is Z shuffle? I don't get it.
No, it does not make sense.
Listen, don't. I did not make this program. I work with what I'm given. All right. So you will draw a 5-card hand. So shift click up to 5.
Shift 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah.
And when on your turn, you will play a card. When you play a card, you will do what it says in the text box. You'll notice that the vast majority of your starter cards do nothing. They are kind of I'm going to talk about this grunt, for example. This grunt, I could play him, and then I could move one of my meeples onto any green space. And I do what the green says. I can move it onto any green space because it has a green square in the corner. If I were instead to play my clerk, I could move to any blue or green space. I could put a meeple on any blue or green space.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
In addition, when you put a person in an institution, you can move a cube from your supply into that institution. So if I was to, for example, use my clerk and go into admin and do some admin-y thing, in addition to doing the admin-y thing, I can also move a cube of mine into admin.
Okay.
I can, in fact, move up to 2 cubes of mine into that institution.
And that goes where?
That goes in the circles up at the top that will correspond to your little player icon. So you'll have a little player icon that corresponds to your player color. It's on your hexagonal things, and then it's also in the top left corner of your player board.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
It's not that it doesn't make sense. It's that there might be too many rules.
Okay, I feel you.
We're getting there. I'm like
We're almost done.
I'm slowly remembering, and I'm like, and then that does something.
Well, that's what we're checking. When you are contributing
that's
power
right.
to the institution, this is how you're dealing with the crisis down
Okay,
here.
That's right. Okay.
So this is basically asking people to contribute their personal power to the institution in order to keep the institution running.
That's right. Okay.
Just to go through the icons and stuff really quick. I'm going to start off here, and I'm going to do a brief icon summary. Resource icons are either the resource circles or the little cubies. That is, take that many resources of that type. If a space has a symbol on the left of the space, that is a requirement to go to the space. So, for example, going to reorg costs 2 culture. Culture represented by the cool S.
As all cultured people are.
As all cultured people are. The board seat, so the top spot for admin and HR is cost 7, but the cost is reduced by your control over the institution. So as you get more control over the institution, it gets cheaper to do that action.
And
if it has, yes.
Is it the total number of all the control points you have, or just the
Yes.
biggest one?
The total number of all the control points you have.
Okay.
The little despair guy is you take a rot and you put it in your discard pile.
Mm-hmm.
The deck of cards that has an arrow coming off of it is you draw a card. The bag is you buy a card from the row. When you buy a card from the row, you pay the cost that's printed in the top right, and then you also drop this is in cubes. Those cubes go to the bank. In addition, you also drop cubes on every spot that you skip over. You can also buy from the top of the deck if you don't like any of these. Cards that are not bought will cycle away. So be aware. If the card has a little arrows resource symbol, that means when you buy this card, you also get that resource. Last couple, the trash means you get to trash. That is trash from either your hand or your discard pile.
Okay.
When you buy a card, it goes into your hand. Unlike in normal games, it goes into your hand, so you can use it immediately if you care to.
Okay.
And by immediately, I mean on your next action.
Right. And this cube that is...
If it has a cube symbol at the end of your... when it is your turn, if you do not care or cannot place any more of your workers, which are called officers in this game, you get to reveal your hand, and for every cube symbol in your hand that was not used, you can put a cube into the institution of your choice.
Okay.
So this is like a last minute, I can throw extra support at something.
Interesting. Okay. And we're going to have...
Does that make sense?
What?
Yes.
3 actions a turn?
You have 3 actions a turn. If the top admin action will let you gain your extra worker, so you'll go up to 4. We have 3 actions a turn because it's a 3-player game. In a 4 or 5-player game, you would have 2 actions a turn. Let's start.
Okay.
That's the game. I'm trying to look and see if there's anything I forget. Oh yeah, right. Extirpate is kind of weird. That is the bottom security action. In order to take the extirpate action, you must have some amount of control over security because this is you murking people, and security doesn't like that being done freelance. And you get to murk people from in your deck, and you can also murk people from the purchase row if you want. And you get to get however many cubes are on them, plus 2 more.
And what does at window mean?
From the window, from the purchase row. The purchase row is called the Overton window.
I see. Kadoke?
That's the game. I will take the first turn if people are comfortable with that, just to kind of walk.
Sorry, I just need just one refresher question. How do you win?
You have the most control over one of these 3 institutions. So you want to get your hexagons by winning these conflicts.
At what time?
So it's
yes.
What causes the game to stop?
The game stops if, number 1, somebody has put the last hexagon on an institution. So when somebody places on the 4, the game stops. The game stops if nothing has happened by the end of, if this has not happened by the end of the 10th turn. The game stops if the purchase deck empties. If any of these 3 conditions happens, the game ends.
Okay, and then so if you place your control marker on the 4, you just win, right?
You've got 4 points.
Right. If I had 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, and then you just placed on 4.
Okay, that's right. Okay. Right. Okay.
Yeah. But 4 is a lot of points.
And
okay.
Okay.
Yeah, let's just go. Let's
Yeah, let's just start.
Okay.
And we'll figure it out as we go.
All right. So I'm going to start off by we need some cubes in security and we need some cubes in HR. I am a helpful citizen, so I'm going to use my true believer to go into HR. I have a lot of money, so I'm going to go to awards. I'm going to get 1 cube for going to awards. I can purchase a person. I would like to purchase Mr. Clemens Auto for 4. So that is the leftmost person in the market row. They'll go into my hand. And then I can additionally contribute up to 2 cubes from my supply to HR, and I will contribute 2 cubes because I believe that people are the future. And I am green, so they will go into my little green spot. That is my turn, and I already put my person on awards like I should have, and then the market row moves down.
Okie dokie. Zoo. I've only got... So even though this guy is orange, I can only put him in green. That's a different orange than this orange.
Yes.
So I shall use my goon.
Your goon can go into security or production.
Right. And I am going...
Oh, sorry. I should have collected a culture resource when I purchased Mr. Otto.
Yes,
So I'll do that.
Sorry, wait, what? Why?
Because he's got this arrow culture on him. If you look at the card that I bought.
Okay, yep. Okay, I see it. Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. And this money bag icon is...
You buy from the window,
is
quote
recruited
unquote.
from the window. Okay. Or I can just get a crap ton of control.
You could. And some rot. Don't forget the rot.
And how am I be getting shields is getting here mostly. Okay. I see. Let's go to expansion. So I give in this.
Yep, it goes into the bank. Yep.
Then I get 3 and a rot.
Yep.
3, and I'll put 2 of that here. Plus a rot into my discard.
Correct.
And there's no natural way to get rid of rot. I have to.
You have to trash. So, like budgeting, policing, modernization are ways to get rid of rot.
Okay. So that was my action then.
Yep. Matt.
Okay, so as for contributing to the currently established goal, establish authority, we are succeeding in neither, and we will fail at
Currently.
one.
Currently, we will succeed. We still have 3
No, wait,
more
we have 3 actions each. Okay,
yeah, you
so
got
it's
plenty of
actually-
time. You got
super
plenty of
easy to
time.
pass.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. No, the starter problems are pretty easy.
Okay, I'm
It's
just
just
gonna
like
go
easy
for.
one.
I'm just gonna do something. Why do I have 4 coins? That
Because
doesn't make any
your
sense.
it depended on what your starter personnel were. I dealt you 3, and that gives you a different set of starting resources.
Right, but why do I have 4?
Because you always start off with 1. You start off with 1 of each resource plus whatever's on your cards.
Oh, there's resources there. Okay, I didn't even because everything's numbers and okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. Then I shall use my thug and spend 2 coins to go to smuggling.
Yep.
So I get 2 cubes.
Yep.
I don't think I.
And then you could put
Whatever.
up to 4 into security if you'd like.
Okay. Well, hold on. I gotta get the rest of my stuff. I need to get 2 of my weeds.
Yep.
You said double click? Shift click. Okay, shift click.
Shift click.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I
Shift
need
click.
a,
Yeah.
a
Double click will
rod.
select everything in a stack.
And how do I do this stuff up here again?
In order to do that, you need to win one of these confrontations, and you get to put one of the choices that you can make is you can advance that ideology.
Got it.
Advance the ideology or put control into the security.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And so I would, if I wanted to be winning at security, I would need to put 3 in. Correct. Okay.
Correct. And you can put up to 4 in, so you are well entitled to.
Whatever. I'll just put 4 in. Sure.
All right.
I did that.
Wow.
That was weird. Okay.
I see how it is.
Yeah, there's a snap point on the spot, so it's easier than trying to do them on the tabletop. They don't snap very well on the tabletop.
Hold on. Sorry. I'm trying to get this. It's only grabbing half the stack.
Shift click or double click. Double click.
Okay. What color am I again? Blue?
Blue.
Okay.
Blue, yeah.
Alrighty.
I think I'm done.
Yep, that's your turn.
All right.
And we don't draw any cards natively.
You do not draw any cards.
In this in-between time.
No. I'm going to use Mr. Otto immediately. I can take a cube from another player's supply, Jake, if you don't mind.
I do mind.
And then,
actually.
Well, I mean, it's a special category of too bad. And then I'm gonna go to payroll. I think, yeah, I'm gonna go to payroll. So I'm gonna collect another coin, and then I'm gonna draw a card, and then I can add 2 plus 1 more because of their agitate ability. I'm gonna put 2 more in. Because so HR is covered. We don't need to worry about HR.
And we don't need to worry about security either.
Yes, at this point, the crisis is solved, and we're just jockeying for position.
Okay.
And that is my turn.
All right. Sorry. Panicking. Thinking. Sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
I'm gonna do a middle manager. So I don't get these two. This is just how much.
No, those are starting resources.
Starting resources. Okay. I'm gonna do that to. Excuse me. Jeez. Place that there.
Mhm.
That gets me 2 more of these.
2 more cubes. Yep.
2 more cubes. We don't need to put stuff in admin. But
You don't need to, but you can, and it'll stick. Right? We're not.
That's right. It will stick. I forgot about that.
It will stick.
Sure. I'll throw 2 in there just to.
Sure.
We'll see how that goes.
And then you also get a buy and a rot.
Yeah. I'm gonna buy Najuma Obasanjo for 1.
Matt, turn is to you.
And
Okay.
these all down, right?
Yep. Exactamundo.
All right, so I'll go ahead and use
I gotta grab my rock also. Shit.
there you go. I'm gonna use oh, that's not what I want. I'm gonna use my philanthropist.
Yep.
So I'm going to pay a gold for 2 power.
Yep.
Okay.
Am I being dumb? Is there a difference between a philanthropist and a philanthropist?
That does say philanthropist.
Yes. So that would be a typo in.
Okay, great. I like.
Yeah.
I literally had like I was like, shit. Am I dumb?
Yes. There's an H missing there.
I think you are dumb though. That is true.
Damn! Shots fired.
I'm gonna turn in more of my dank grass for 5 pay for the patronage.
Yeah. Not that piece. That's the piece that you unlock. It's off of here.
This one, not that one.
What?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
And a rock. All right. I would really like to get some culture. Culture is best gotten by blue. So I'm going to use my clerk. And I am going to go to civic life and get a culture and draw a card. And I am good.
Okay. So this is my last turn here.
Yes.
Alrighty, I'm gonna set up some holidays for people.
Beautiful.
Drawing myself a card and gaining.
Pay your culture.
What?
Did you pay your culture?
Oh yeah, pay my culture. There we go. And then I get 2.
Yep. And then you also get to steal 1 from whomever you want.
Get to steal 1 from whomever.
That's not a player, sadly.
You are not a player. Where are you, Ned? You're purple.
He doesn't have any power. Oh wait,
I have 1. I have 1 power. You can take my 1 last power if you'd like.
Yes, I would.
But you be aware that this will categorize you as a meanie.
You took 1 from me. And then
That's fair.
If I'm remembering correctly, can't I put like the number I just got +2 onto the thing?
Yeah, correct. So you could put 4 onto there if you'd like.
Wouldn't it technically be 5?
It would be 5.
Okay. Sure. Let's do that. Let's be ballsy. Right from the get-go.
Just stab me right in the heart. Yeah,
Yep,
no, it's fine. Yep.
Right in there.
Matt, it is your last action.
What does the flag do?
It takes the first player marker. The first player marker does not normally pass. The first
Okay.
player marker also breaks ties in the event of a tie.
Cool. I'm going to pay here. Sorry, I have to use one of my guys. My hand gets flushed, right, at the end of the turn?
Yes, correct.
Okay, so yeah, it doesn't matter. I use the True Believer.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So I'm going to pay to my power here.
I'll tidy that up for you if you want to move your meeple.
Yeah, okay, good.
Schmeeple meeple. Deschmin.
So we're going to modernize. We'll get rid of that one rot.
Great. You can buy a card.
Yes. So what does the number at the top right do again?
That is their
That's-
cost.
Okay.
How much money it takes.
All right.
How much power it takes to pull them into your faction.
Right.
I'll
much
buy
money?
Toot Sweet Tildy,
Great.
who goes in my hand, but it doesn't matter because she'll just get shuffled away.
Well, no, because she has an on-reveal. So when you take your reveal turn, you get to trash something.
Wait, what?
My what turn?
At the end of the round, when you can't take any more actions, you reveal the cards that are in your hand.
Okay. Like right
So
now?
you see here, I have 3 cubes so in my hand. So if I had more cubes to spend, I could throw some cubes around. But I don't, so I can't. So
Wait, why-
So yeah, we might need to, because this part didn't,
Yeah.
I guess, quite sink in all
So
this.
you can take your reveal turn now. So you've got 3 cubes you can throw.
So but they
From
have
your
to be
supply.
from my supply.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was interpreting that as you like get
Nope,
them for free
from your supply.
Okay, from our supply. I see.
Sorry, why would I not? Never mind. Whatever. Okay.
Right, but
Can I choose not to reveal?
You must reveal all the cards that are still in your hand at the end of the round.
Okay.
Once it becomes your turn.
right, and then they get dumped into our discard.
Yes, correct.
I'm not.
And then did you want to dump any? You dumped some cubes?
I didn't dump anything.
Okay. And then Matt, you would, as the last goer, you would get to do your reveal turn last. So you can dump 1 more cube into an institution if you'd like.
I'll just put an admin.
Okay. And then Toot Sweet has an on reveal power, so you can trash something.
Oh, it's on reveal.
On reveal, so you can get rid of some more rot if you'd like.
For some reason, I was thinking that just meant when I played it.
No. That's why it's on reveal.
Maybe this was just not clear because I'm a dum-dum. Or
Yep.
maybe I'm too tired, or maybe I'm just stupid.
Sure.
All of these are possible. When you might not have described trash fully and just assumed that people would know how it worked. And
No, he said it.
I assumed
I
that
did
trash
say-
was just from your hand, not from your discard.
No, it is from your hand or your discard pile.
Okay, so I just wasn't paying attention. That's great.
Yep. All right. So we finished the cycle. So we checked.
You're cutting out
Authority.
extremely badly.
Oh, is it better now?
Yep, you're
Yes.
good now. It was
Okay, sorry. I need to lean closer to the microphone is the answer. So we have finished the cycle. So now we're going to check this. So we check from left to right. So security gets checked first. Does security have more than 2 cubes in it? It certainly does. Blue player, you have the most cubes in security, so you get to pick your choice of rewards.
So if I evolve justice,
That is not a choice.
no? Okay, so wait, what does this symbol do?
That is the authority. So you could evolve authority and take a rot, or you could.
Oh,
place a
I was going
control.
based on the color. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so wait, if I do that though, I get to take one of the 2 cards?
Correct. Yeah, and that's a permanent bonus to you.
or this. Goodbye.
And then so
And
this
trash.
bottom one says when I place security control.
When you place hexagon.
When you
Yeah, when you place a
any
control. Yeah.
Any control. Okay, any control. The color doesn't matter. Okay.
Color doesn't matter. Whenever you place a control.
That one says when you buy, you can trash, but then get a gloom.
Or is
Yeah.
that trash a rot?
No, you get to trash. It's both of those things. You trash and you rot.
Okay.
I assume it's trash first, then rot.
It is trash first, then rot.
Yeah, I figured that'd be important there. Okay. I like neither of those, so I think I'll just put a control marker on security.
Your deck. Great. And then you also get to take a shield.
And I also take 1 shield.
Yep. And then you also get 1 shield because you also contributed. And then all of these cubes go back into the bank. All right. Then we're checking HR. Jake, you have the most cubes in HR, and we have sufficient cubes in HR. So would you like to advance utility and take a rot, or would you like to get some control?
So my personnel gain spend to gain a shield, meaning
Yep.
whenever I play them, I can in
Yes.
addition to whatever they have, I can also do that.
Correct. You can always cash in power for money.
Double tap a token. You know, I got a crud ton of rot. I am not gonna do that. I'm gonna do the power to the people of.
And then you get a culture. And then I also
Still
get
getting
culture.
over cold.
No worries. All right, and then the cubes from here get cleared.
Yeah.
Start taking back your your meeples while I deal out the next challenge.
Schmeeples. And we draw another 5 cards.
Yes, you will draw another 5 cards and if you do not have sufficient cards in your deck, you get to shuffle your discard pile and
shuffle. You mean randomize?
Yes, flip. It helps to put it onto your deck stack because it'll automatically flip it face down.
But can't we cheat because rot has not 0 on one side?
Rot ought not to.
Double-sided rot.
So yeah, you ought not to is the answer.
You ought not to cheat.
Yes.
Oh god!
Whoa.
I drew them all.
You gotta randomize them.
Yes.
What is happening?
I think you're good. Okay. So you want to shift click to select a number that is less than the entire stack.
Okay.
Or
Did
just
you
one at a
guys?
time.
I'm sorry. Did you guys draw an extra card at some point?
Yes.
Both of you. Okay.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, you should not be shuffling. But we.
Yeah. I was double checking. Okay.
All right, and then Matt, you have the flag, so you get to act first.
I got the flag. I'm the wiener.
You capture a flag.
It's another 3-2 check. It's checking security and admin.
Okay. I'm thinking.
Sure, no worries.
Security.
Okay, can you explain one more time how extirpate works?
You are the only person who can extirpate. So when you extirpate, you can trash. You can trash from your deck. You can also trash from the window, and you gain 2 cubes plus however many cubes are on the card. Speaking of which, it is time to cube. This was a step that I missed. All cards that are not purchased get a cube on them. And any cards with cubes on them that were not purchased will get tossed in the bin.
And to be clear, these ones that say when trashed, that means that when this card itself is trashed. Okay.
Correct.
Trying to see the best avenue of winning.
I mean, you've got some control over security. You might as well keep doubling down and take control of security.
I mean, that's what I was thinking. I'm just trying to think of how to do that efficiently.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just trying to... Because I'm low on resources, aside from power. But power is going to actually convert back into other things.
Yes, it is easy to turn things into power. It is hard to turn power back into resources.
Could do that yet.
Okay, I think for now I'm going to smuggle again. Oh, sorry, I need to reveal. No.
You got to play your card. Yep.
Yeah. Alright. Here, we'll do this then. Oop, didn't mean to grab that. Jesus.
Yeah,
All right.
you can, if you want, you can grab the container and hit H, and it will hover it at the bottom of your screen. Some people find it kind of annoying.
Oh, that's at the bottom of my screen. That's that bottom half of my screen. Jesus, how do I make it go away?
You click it again, and you hit
Alright.
H again. Yeah.
All right.
I don't like that at all.
That was rough. Sorry, I
Yeah.
play.
That's horrifying.
Okay. I play my union rep.
I guess it's
Yep.
just prestige.
So I'm gonna pay
I
one
see.
golden
Okay, that's weird.
shield.
So it's kind of
Two-
like a hand.
Nope, not that one.
Wrong place. Yep.
Yep. To go water
Yep.
mining to get three dank weeds.
Yep.
Ho.
All right.
Sorry, I because of my union rep, I also get to agitate, so I'm gonna add some power to security.
Yep.
Wait, no, I'm gonna add it to admin.
Admin. Okay. Cool. I'm going to play my evangelist. I'm going to be going to security. I'm going to go to policing. I will spend one of my ill-gotten caches. I will gain a cube. I will gain a culture. And I will gain a trash. I'm going to trash my middle manager. Gone. Then my evangelist gives me another cube just for playing them. And I will send one of my 2 cubes into security. Pass turn.
Okie dokie. This true believer shall send this Broheim down to patronage. 2. I have 5.
Yep. 5 cubies and a rot.
And pass turn.
Is the game flow making more sense now, Matt?
Yes.
Okay.
Mostly.
Mostly. Okay. I'll take it.
Okay, so I'm going to let's go. I'm gonna do my shady character,
Mhm.
who will do some security nonsense. I guess I'm also gonna suppress your 1 power at the security.
You're a monster,
I know.
you guys.
I'm going
you
to
don't want me to get
expand.
ahead. Yep.
Okay. So I'll get 3 of these.
And a rot.
Rot. That's fine. I can clear that out later.
And then are you contributing any security?
Yeah, I will contribute. We'll just go with 5 security.
Okay. My play.
To you.
I'm going to play my heiress. I am going to go to holidays. I'm going to pay my culture. I'm going to gain 2 power and draw card. Pass turn.
Okay. Now
Oh, sorry. Before you go, I'm gonna throw 1 cube into HR.
Clerking. Budget. Get that for this. And I get to trash. I'm going to trash this rot.
All right. Boop.
I'm also going to use a clerk.
And sorry, I'm 2 to this.
You cubing. Yep. Ooh.
Okay, I'm also going to clerk.
Also, Ned, we're getting a little bit of echo of me and Matt
Okay.
on your mic.
Both of us.
Okay. I'm gonna turn down my output volume then and see if that helps.
Okay.
For my speaker.
Don't have no headset?
My headset is in the main house. I will actually go run and get that really quick.
Okay.
And then we waited.
I mean, I assume you can take your turn.
Oh yeah, I can just take it. Let's see here. I'm going to do some public works. I'm going to donate some dank weed to the masses.
That's what everyone needs.
Or some culture. They really enjoy that. What else was I getting? Oh, and another power. I'm going to put 2 in there. Whoop, 2 in.
You're such a jerky jerk face. All right, I'm gonna pause this recording while we wait.
Excellent. Okay, I went and I grabbed my headphones.
We're resumed.
Right.
Perfect.
Just so you know, I did public works and admin.
Yep. Cool. And you're getting to break ties right now because you've got the flag.
And also,
I'm gonna.
Just a question. I'm assuming that these
Yes.
spots are 1 person only per these rounds.
That is correct, unless you have something that lets it not be.
Okay.
I'm going to use my thug. I'm going to recruit. I'm going to grab 1 cube off of Eshman Viktorovich, and add 1 cube to security. Pass turn.
I'm going to... Sheesh. I cannot do that. That's annoying. I guess we can just do this. And that allows me to place this somewhere over her. I believe I shall do this. With this. Gets me 1 coin off the bat. It's 4, 5, 6, 7 is how much it would cost for Celino Aparo.
Yep. Paro. Yep. But you would get 1 back.
Yes, see, but I only have 7. Thus, I cannot.
You have 6, thus you cannot.
Yeah, sorry.
Yes.
I do not have 7, is what I meant to say.
Yes.
So I believe I shall buy Jimal. I shall recruit Jimal to my cause. So I do 1.
Yep.
I do 2. I get this one. He's free. He goes into my hand.
Yep.
And I can add some cubes to HR.
You can if you'd like.
I shall add 2 to HR.
All right.
Hypothetically, I could have added 3 because I got 1 from him.
Yes.
And 1 from
That's
this,
correct.
So actually could have...
So you could have added 4. Yep.
Okay. I'll just go with the 2.
So Matt, it is your reveal turn.
I'm gonna use my HR drone.
No, it's your.
You don't have any more
reveal
actions.
the-
It's your
Oh,
reveal.
okay. Sorry, reveal.
Right.
Okay. My
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah. So you
like
have
that.
one. You can throw one more cube at a thing if you'd like.
I am gonna throw my cube to admin just in case.
You're such a jerk.
It's mine. I have one cube as well. And I'm going to throw it into admin.
So if we're tied because he has the flag, I just don't win at all.
That is correct. I mean, he could choose to have you win. I don't think he would. But
I wouldn't.
And you, I don't think so. All right. Well, I got the 1. I'm gonna throw a cube into security so I can get some of that dare shield.
Yep.
Deadness.
Okay. And then we are done resolving. So then going through, checking from left to right, security has more than 3 cubes in it. The person with the most cubes is blue. So blue, would you like a money and a control, or to advance justice and take a rot?
I'm gonna go with Justice has. Hold on.
Let's get a shield.
Yes,
I'll just take the control.
All right. Next up, admin. You also win on admin. Would you like control and wheat, or utility and rot?
No, I'll take the control and the wheat.
Great. Take my wheat.
Take my wheat.
Okay, this is resolved. Moving forward.
And all these get cleared.
All these get cleared from admin and security. Okay, so this is a interdepartmental crisis.
Oh.
So, it's the comparing the strongest institution, that is the institution that has had the most cubes put into it, against the weakest institution.
Okay. And what is
So the strongest institution, basically, if the strongest institution is stronger than any other institution, so that is, it's greater than middle, the person who contributed the most gets a control in that institution and what advances one of any ideology and takes 2 rot.
Okay.
If the strongest is tied with the next strongest, then the strongest institution fails because the coup failed. And then the weakest institution, if the weakest institution is tied with the middle institution, it's fine. Otherwise, it will lose. It will decay.
This could deal with better verbiage, but yeah.
Yes.
I understand, but
yes.
So
all right.
hold on. Sorry, the strongest wants to be tied with the second.
No,
No,
the
it
strongest
wants.
doesn't.
It would.
The weakest does. Basically, strongest. One of them has to be stronger than everybody else, and as long as that happens, whoever is in control, whoever's the most power there, get all this shit. And then the weakest one, we want to be tied with the middle one. And as long as that happens, then we're fine. So if we just put all of our stuff into only one of them, we would be fine.
That's correct.
Okay. Oh yeah, I gotta draw cards.
Yes.
These go into my discard.
All right, let me know when you guys are ready to.
I'm
go.
cooked. I have been told that saying "I'm cooked" has a different meaning than I mean. Where by I mean I'm ready, as opposed to I'm in a bad state.
Yeah,
but I'm ready.
It's you are using it wrong though. Yes, correct.
You are objectively incorrect.
Understood. All right.
Now there's also let him cook, which is closer to what you mean, but again, not the right context.
But again,
All right.
I am prepared. I am in a state of readiness.
put a fork in me. I'm done.
Yes.
Mhm. Okay, we're gonna start with. I'm gonna use my philanthropist again.
Yep.
I love your philanthropist. He's my favorite.
Yeah, he's my favorite too. I'm gonna go ahead and use that shield to get my 2 power cubes off of him. Oop, that's wrong. Okay. And then I'm going to use the green to go into patronage. We're going to use 2 of my weeds.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, the controls just confuse me. Okay. There we go. And a crushing defeat. All right.
Dandy.
All right. So we've already got stuff invested into HR, so I think that we ought to continue to invest things into HR, obviously. So I'm going to use my HR drone to go to awards, and I will get a cube. And then I will lose a cube to buying Milagros, and then I will get that cube back for a total of 0 cube moves. And then I will throw a cube into. I will actually throw 2.
Sorry,
cubes
wait.
into
Shouldn't there be a cube on every single one of these guys? Am I missing something?
No, these were cycled. So I cycled the ones that had a cube on it went away at the end of the round, and the ones that didn't have a cube on it got a cube on them.
Oh, okay.
And then new ones
gotcha.
came down.
Okay.
Basically, they're
Yeah.
only there for 2 turns.
No, yeah, yeah, I got you. Now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now it's my turn, is what you're saying.
It is your turn now.
Okay, real quick, I just want to check something before he does that.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at Siegfried here, who says, on reveal,
Yeah.
gain shield for each successful institution. With the coup, does that mean you can have 3 successful institutions?
You can only have 2.
Okay.
It's checking. The strongest institution is checking.
And it's
And
checking
then
the
the
weakest.
weakest-
Okay, yep, got it.
Yeah.
Okay, just double checking.
Yes.
Because ideally also this one sets a tie though, which would mean that
Yes.
there's 3 successful institutions.
I mean, the weakest can be successful if it ties with the middle. The strongest is successful if it's stronger than the middle.
Right, no,
So,
no, right. I
Yeah.
get what you're
and
saying.
the middle's not being checked. Yeah. But no, I hear you. Yeah.
Because the weakest would be 2 of them.
Mhm.
Yes, there would be 2 of them. I understand what you're saying, but there would only be 1.
Okay.
And the person with the flag would choose. In the event of a tie, the person with the flag chooses.
I choose I'm right.
All right.
Yes.
I'm gonna do some middle managing,
Okay.
placing this into public works,
Mhm.
using this here corn to get some prestige, knowledge,
Culture.
Super
The
culture.
cool S. The cool S is the symbol of culture.
cool as such. Yeah, and then I'm not gonna put anything into admin because I don't have to.
You don't have to.
There we go. Tis your turn.
Yes.
I end my turn.
Yes. I'm positing what I wish to do. So when you play Helen Lick Song down here,
Yeah.
you get a cube and you can buy again. Or
Correct.
you can you get
When
a
you
buy
play
when you
her.
play her. Yes, okay.
Yes.
Interesting. So if I want to buy Siegfried though, that's 1, 2, and then the 3 for him, so 5
3.
total, correct?
5.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
That is correct. Yes.
All right. I think I'm going to reveal my grunt.
Mhm.
And we're going to modernize again.
Sure.
So I'll get rid of this first.
Mm-hmm.
That annoys
And
me.
then we're and and I'm gonna buy Siegfried, so
I'm
that-
Siegfried.
that That. Go. Can. And then I'm still the leader, so.
Yep. All right. I can't do that, sadly. Can't do that, sadly. All right. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to play my evangelist. I'm going to go to recruiting. I'm going to recruit Susie Quiet Lang for 0. Gain 2 cubes. Gain 1 more cube because of my evangelist. And then Susie, when I buy her, lets me draw a card. So I will draw a card.
Okay. Now, I should do this, which allows me to take a blah power from somebody else.
Yeah, I assume you grab from me. It makes
I shall
sense.
grab from you. Then I am going to place my person on holidays to get another 2. 1,
Mhm.
2. And then I get to draw a card.
Yep.
And then I get to place cubes.
Yep. You can place up to 5.
I can place up to 5. I'm just trying to think of what I'm going to do on my last thing. Since most of the recruit options are taken.
Sorry.
Not sorry.
And I forgot to spend my culture to do this.
Yes.
Also, there is one left, but I think you're out of the resource to do it. So
Yeah.
Budgeting. No, he's got 1 culture left. Oh, no, sorry,
No.
not budgeting. It's contracting. Yeah, he's out of. He can't contract.
I cannot. And
Bad.
also, I don't want to get even more freaking rot.
My turn though now, right?
Well, yeah, I'm gonna do
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, that many.
Okay,
I'm
cool.
gonna get a true believer out to do some reorganizing.
Mm-hmm.
So get a couple. There we go. That for get in the stack. 3 shoots.
And a rot.
Rot, yes.
All right. My last action.
In case you were going to ask the follow-up question, no, I don't put power down.
You know, I expected, but yeah, I didn't want to assume. All right. So I think then the play that I'm going to do, I'm going to play Milagros. I am going to go to agriculture. I am going to get a cube. And then I will throw it into HR because of the agitate on Milagros. And then I also get a wheat. Jake?
Yes, let me ponder. I shall do a wee little bit of policing. Trading in that to get a 1 of these and a
Mhm.
1 of these. And the opportunity to. Is there an easy way for me to look through these or no?
Yes. If you double click on the stack and then you hit left square bracket and right square bracket, it will toggle through it will cycle through the stack.
Oh, that's just the least intuitive UI I've ever seen in my entire life.
I know what to tell you.
Okay, so I don't have any garbage. Oh wait, I have it in my hand. I was like, where's that other rot? I know I have another one. It's sitting in my hand. Okay.
All right, Matt, take your reveal.
All right. I guess I don't know. I think they're both successful, so I'll get my 2 shields.
Yes, they're both successful. Yep. So you get your 2 shields.
Loads of money.
I'm taking my reveal turn. I've got 2, so I can put 2 more into HR, and no other fun reveal powers, sadly.
Okay. I also have 2, so I can put 2 more.
Oh no!
1, 2.
Brutal.
And I shall take all of that stuff. So I get this there.
Yep.
I get 1 of these things.
Yes, you do. Anyone that you like.
When I gain rot,
And then
flip it.
and
Gain,
you are going to gain 2 rot also. So
when goodbye, do not add blah. When blah 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 blah
Blah.
blah. Sure.
I was trying to
with,
just do
I'm gonna go with
the
this.
easy thing, but it didn't go.
Go with that. Ooh, that's cool.
And then take your 2 rot.
And then my 2.
Which one did you take?
I took the ability for when I do buy, I do not have to pay to skip people.
For skip. Great. And that will increase justice.
The justice.
All right. The turn is over. The coup is done resolving. The next card comes down. It's a realignment. It's another strongest versus weakest. And here there's no control, but there is a benefit for people who support the realignment.
What? Oh, you don't get any control. You just get a bunch.
Yeah, there's no. You just yeah.
So you get this if you're the highest, and you get this middle stuff if you just support it. One
Yes,
of
correct.
these and a rot.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's what this symbol is
one of anything. It's one of anything and a rot.
Okay. And you get to buy. Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Ah.
Ooh.
Let me look at my hand here for a second. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm taking my mans back.
Yes.
Oh, I need to do that too. Sorry.
My dude bros.
Yep.
Come back.
I'm a big union man. A big fan of production. The working class, you know.
Yes.
All right. How do I want to do this? Let's start with. I'm gonna start with a thug.
God.
Z for randomized.
It doesn't make any sense. Ooh. I refuse to learn.
Indeed you do. I'm going to hit an expansion up to get 3
All right.
power. Let me turn it. Weed.
Turn it.
And I passed the turn.
All right. I am going to
let me see who is available.
Use my True Believer. I'm going to go to Patronage. I'm going to spend 2 wheats. And I'm going to get 5 big cubes, 5 big power, and a rot. Pass turn.
So I'm just thinking. So just do that, I guess. That's cool. Cool. What is this symbol here again?
That's a cube. It's when you take your reveal turn, you get to put down a cube.
That's right. Okay, sorry, my brain. I know that. Sorry.
There's a lot.
It's like the daggers. Yeah, no. I appreciate there's a lot. There's a lot.
Too many for my tiny pea brain. All right. Hey, guess what? I'm modernizing this.
Finally,
You're sick of being last.
Sick of being
Here you
last. So that goes there.
Here you go.
I get to be thank you. And also I get to buy somebody. I'm gonna buy this. I think I'm gonna buy this, bro.
And then this cube is gonna go over to there.
No, don't I get that cube?
You would, but you have to put a cube on the
I don't.
Alistair.
No, I don't.
Oh no, you don't. No, you
Here's the
don't.
thing.
Oh, you my God. Yeah, no, it's just pure value. Heck yeah.
It's just value. Love it.
Just value.
That's my turn.
All right.
Pew, 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 pew.
Pew, pew, pew,
Just
pew.
there.
Indeed. Let's see here. Give me 1 second to look around.
I'm also going to posit that perhaps after this round, do we want
We move to feedback? Totally.
Do we want
Yes.
to go to feedback? We're like half.
I'm happy to go to feedback then. Yes, I'm happy to go to feedback then.
Alright.
I feel like this test has been overall positive. I'm interested to hear feedback.
Yeah.
The main thing is nothing broke. So
Yes, it didn't fall apart.
I don't
Yeah.
think anything broke. No.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Since this is the last turn, I won't think too much about this. I'll go and do shady character, so I can go into security.
Yep.
No one has any power anymore, so I don't have to worry about that.
Nope.
I'm gonna get a recruit in. I'm gonna recruit Alistair Cooper.
You'll pay your 6 and get 1. Yep.
Yeah. So I'll just here.
Oh God.
I got you.
The perils of using a new thing. I just cannot get my fingers to do the controls that I want it to.
All right. I don't have that.
You know what? I guess I'll throw that 1 cube I have into security.
Oh, okay. Somebody finally commits. All right.
We're all playing chicken.
Mm-hmm. I am going to.
How do you have 3 down and I only have 1?
What? Wait.
You shouldn't.
What? I shouldn't. No. Why is that in policing? You took one of mine.
That would be.
I didn't take one of yours. I put mine in modernizing.
No. Yeah. No. I don't know. It might have been like some weird.
I definitely did
Weird click and
expansion.
drag.
So okay.
You've expansion and recruited. Okay.
Right.
I am using Eshman to go to water mining, where I'm going to throw a shield in, and I'm going to get 3 wheat and pasture.
Okay. Interest. Okay. Sorry, I'm just thinking through.
Yep.
I have that. Okay. But I would like that. Oh, sure. We're gonna do some policing. To get money, and I'm gonna put that money into there right away.
Yep.
By money, I mean power.
Yep.
And then I get some coolness, and then I get to trash. I'm gonna trash this pleb. Where do these go?
It's top right. There, it's near that. Yep, precisely.
Alrighty.
Okay, so I guess the important question though, before I play him with Alistair Cooper, you're still limited by the number of little meeples.
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep, that is correct. So if you played
I thought about
Alistair,
it,
you would immediately
as
take your reveal turn. Yeah.
as I bought him, I'm like, wait a second, that doesn't make any sense. This is not as good as I thought it would be.
I mean,
Like,
it's
it's
good
well,
in future turns. Yeah,
it's good in
but
future
right now,
turns, bad immediately though. So
yes.
okay. Let's go with I have a bunch of shields. Nothing to really do with sad. No one else really wants money except security. I'll just play a union rep to go into agriculture.
Cool. And then, do you want to throw your 1 cube into an institution?
No, I'm good.
You're good. All right. I am going to play Clemens. I am going to go to awards. I will pay a money. I will collect a cube. I will buy. I'm going to buy snip. That will get me another cube. And then a culture. And then Clemens lets me. Sorry, snip goes into my hand. Clemens lets me convince and agitate. I'm going to take a cube from Jake, and then I can throw up to 4 cubes into HR. 2 base, 1 from here, 1 from here. Oh, I can throw up to 5 cubes into HR. I'm going to throw 5 cubes into HR.
I will join you in that HR-edness, and I will do so via some holidaying to pay this. Get 2 of this. I'm also going to pay an additional 1 of these to get an additional 2. And then I get to draw a card, which is a rot. And I'm not going to be able to beat you, so I just put that there.
Great. We're going to end the round. Sorry, no reveal turns. Take your reveal turn, Matt.
Okay. Nothing. Goose egg.
Nothing. Goose egg from me as well.
I have one, but it wouldn't particularly do anything. So
Great.
I shan't do it.
All right. So I get to advance something. I'm going to advance justice, I think, because I think I have a shot at that, and that's going to open up another victory condition. And I'm going to take this. Whenever an institution crumbles, I gain a power. Then I get a buy. Yeah, I'm going to buy. Can I afford? No, I can't afford anybody, sadly. I'm going to. Yeah, I'll take my buy. It's better to buy than not. And then I'll buy Nigel. Who would go into my hand. And then I'm getting a rot. And then Jake, you're collecting 1 of any resource and a rot.
Yes, which I have done.
Great. And then admin is going to crumble. So everybody will lose 1 wheat.
No, my wheat. So if I had not taken wheat, I wouldn't lose any wheat.
That's correct. So did you want to take something else instead?
Yeah, definitely.
And then because an institution crumbled, I get a cube.
Because of
we're cleaning up the row. Oop. And then Can somebody cube those 3 cards while I deal out the next ones?
Well, why don't we do?
I mean, it doesn't matter, but yeah.
These would get
I want to be tidy.
there. Okay.
And then the clash for next one is a census.
And
I think we're going to have
yeah.
fixed admin versus HR, and I think we're going to have a hard time with that, but we might be able to do it.
I mean, we've been dropping close to that number. Especially we got. I mean, these HR would have been cleared.
Yeah, those HR would be cleared, and then security would stay
there. Yeah.
Yes, security would stay. Yep. But security is also not being checked with the census.
Right. So we would have had to do it
all
there.
Yeah, all from fresh. I think it was doable. Anyway, the way that the deck is built, the first era is easy. You don't have to worry about it too much. When you hit the second era, it starts to get a little trickier, and then by the time you hit the third era, probably some institutions are going to crumble, and it's a choice about what you're trying to hold on to.
Right.
Yeah, which is fun and interesting and has a fun game arc theoretically.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the game. I have some fixed questions, and then I'd like to move to freeform feedback if you folks are comfortable with that.
Yes.
Jake,
yes.
Would you play this again?
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna give you a tentative just because.
Okay.
There's some feedback that I.
Yeah.
There's a direction that I think that this should go.
Cool.
I guess I'm not like saying like I'm gonna take my ball and go home, but more like I definitely.
You feel like there's a way this needs to go. You're not that excited. You feel like this current iteration of the game, you're not hyper excited about.
And it's more like I am sure if you chose to go a different direction, that would be a fine direction that other people like. I think that if it continued in a direction that was not the direction, that I would be less interested in it. Is more of what I'm trying to say. Like more not like, hey, this is a bad game. More like, maybe not for me if it continues in this direction, kind of thing.
Totally. Matt, would you play this again?
No.
No. Okay. Good to hear. I mean, I don't love it, but thank you.
Matt, I will say, I think it's more, unless one of your follow-up questions is why, I can give you a why.
Yes, no, I would be interested in why.
Mostly, I think I'm just not really into these very complex Euro-style games.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's mostly what it comes down to. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. It's like I can see the appeal, but it's not invoking anything. Yeah, it's just not. Yeah. That's not doing it for me.
Right, and totally. I'm gonna address that a little in my freeform, but we'll get there.
Totally. Rules or procedures that were unclear. Matt,
nothing was unclear. There was just a metric fuck ton of it.
There's just a lot. Yeah.
Jake likes to talk. Matt? That's why he went when you said my name.
Oh, I didn't hear you say Matt. I'm so sorry.
It's all right.
Matt, you go.
I think the only thing that really was kind of unclear to me still by the end was how you win.
Mm-hmm.
I think because I obviously I picked up all the gameplay aspects pretty well, but like I'm just looking, I'm like, okay, so you can get points from security, but then there's also something to do with the culture wars up here at the top, and I think there was a third thing somewhere as well.
That's it. Nope. That's it.
It's just those two. Okay, but I wasn't sure how the thing at the top wins. And
so the answer is that there can be multiple winners. So right now, Matt, you and Jake are winning, and I am not. Is the answer. So you right now have the most control of security, and you right now have the most control of admin, and Jake has the most control of HR. All three of these institutions are healthy. So right now you and Jake are winning, and I am not. Is the answer.
Okay.
Which is a little bit
and like if the game ended right now, which it just did, you and Jake would have won. I would not. If a third thing would have come down into this justice area, we would have looked who had the most justice people in their deck. and then that would have been another person who could have won.
So you describing yeah,
So I
I'll
had
wait.
two.
I'll wait. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, which would have been there. I had one orange person.
And Jake had one.
It's fine. I don't need a.
Right. All right. I mean, I kind of. It's not necessarily that it wasn't clear. It was just like it's a odd win condition for me coming from my background
Yeah.
of games of being like hypothetically, as soon as one of these is completed, somebody puts power on it. Like, all right, that person, they have won the game now. As long as this doesn't fail 3 times, they are going to be
Yes.
a winner. And you're like, all right, well, we're gonna play for another
Yes.
2.5 hours, but I've won. And you're like,
Yeah.
okay. It feels a little like weird. It almost like it should be
Yeah.
like uh people who have 5 or more control win or
Mhm.
something like that, where it's like, okay,
Yeah.
maybe if I'd have to either do the first 3 or I could do like the second and this, but like
Mhm.
if you know if Matt was like just sitting like this, be like, nah, you don't win. You helped HR a little bit and admin a little bit and security a little bit, but you didn't actually like help, you know, like,
Yeah. No, I think that makes a lot of sense.
you know, just a little less like it just felt. I had to literally check myself after we like completed the first round and like we put our control on. I was like, okay, so
Yeah.
I I I win now, and
Yeah.
we're just gonna keep playing. Okay.
Yeah.
And I assume that starts to come into play with things crumbling towards the end because you have to
Yes.
have all of that control in a thing that has not
Yeah.
crumbled. So that
Correct.
definitely comes in eventually, I'm sure. But
Yes.
anyway, onto your continued
The next question.
Yeah. Thank you for that feedback. This is the victory condition is definitely something that I'm working with. I do want to keep the multiple victors, but I hear you that like having a threshold I think is important to make it more interesting. So you're not just like defending. But yeah. So once you put the thing on justice, I was immediately shooting for that because I saw that I couldn't win by the odds of me winning by institutions were going away.
Okay. Interesting.
So yeah, there's that. This is still a relatively early game. Is there a moment that you found like most either exciting or frustrating? Like a moment where you had a strong emotional reaction during the game? Jake?
Not a strong emotional reaction, and I think that's part of the problem, which I can go into now or later.
Let's hold it for just 1 second. Yeah.
Matt.
Matt?
Same. Yeah.
Yeah. Totally. Wasn't enough like frisson to get your blood up. I will tell you that I continually felt like annoyed at both of you because you both kept like coming in at the end and grabbing institutions that I was working on.
Well, that's good.
But
that's great.
Yeah, no, that's good for me. But you guys, it didn't mean anything to you, but it meant a lot to me.
Right. I mean,
yeah.
There is something to be said for like there were a couple moments where I was like, haha, I can steal that. That's cool. All right, cool. I did the thing. Like, but it wasn't like I've been scheming this whole time. It was more just like, oh, okay, cool.
I mean, I was mostly scheming the whole time because it's just kind of how I play games.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
I play up the bumblingness of me not understanding stuff sometimes to get a sympathetic advantage from people.
What?
Did you not realize that? But like me holding on to the first player thing for a while and like very tactically edging my bets with coming out with ties and who's on top.
Did you just say edging your bets?
Yes, I did.
Not hedging your bets?
See, it makes more sense when you say edge though, because like it's right on the edge, right?
Mhm.
Hedging your bets doesn't actually make sense when you think about it.
Okay. Well. Anyway.
All right.
Anyway.
That's it for again. This is a relatively early prototype, so that's it for fixed questions.
Fixed
Outside
questions.
of maybe Jake, do you remember the last game of this well enough to say whether it's going in a bad or a good direction for you?
Very slightly in a good direction. I believe
Okay.
last time that there was not rot,
There was not rot last time.
and that was interesting.
There was not rot. The institutions weren't fixed, where it was always just comparing strongest against. The benefits were like there were hits when an institution failed to everybody, period.
Right.
And there weren't these like second place
I
bonuses.
liked the second.
So there was a lot.
bonuses. Yeah, that was a.
Yeah.
That was good.
I think was in the last version I played. Was it the? It might be a different game I'm thinking of too, where it was instead of second place awards, it was last place
Yes.
punishments.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, you are thinking
Yes.
of this game. That was.
Yes.
I am
You are thinking of this
game.
game. Yes.
Good. Hey, I'm glad that's not there.
Yeah. Yeah, but it also like I don't know. It seems like it's taken away the emotional impact a little bit. So
Well,
I will.
I mean, the
Yeah.
problem though is when the emotional impact I had when it was there was I don't want to play anymore.
Yeah.
Because
The
it was
emotional
like,
impact was,
okay,
"That's
I haven't,
dumb."
because I remember it, because last time it
Yeah.
was like, oh, well, I just haven't contributed to this event, so I just won't get penalized for. Oh, I'm the only one who gets penalized for it.
Yeah.
Oh, it was very shocking and
Shock and all.
Unfun.
felt bad.
Negative
Yeah,
play
felt bad.
experience. Yeah.
Felt bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, negative play experience. Great. All right. Freeform feedback. Whoever wants to talk can talk and just shoot the poop for however long until we're done talking.
Yeah. Do you have mind brain things to say, Matt?
No, just I think just you'll probably I think you're gonna get to it too because you basically said it was just there's something very unsatisfying about the game.
Mm-hmm.
There's I think okay, so for me with like the whole Eurogame thing, like it's the comparison I'm gonna make is gonna be a weird comparison, and I think it
Sure.
maybe is only applicable to me. But it's what I'm going to call is the Dune problem, which is if you've ever heard someone who really likes Dune talk about Dune, every other word they're saying is just nonsense made up words.
Dune. Wait, I have a clarification. Dune the game or Dune the books?
I guess the books technically.
Yeah.
I've never played the game. I can't imagine they changed a bunch of words just to make it more gamer
Right.
friendly. If they did, good on
No.
them.
No, they did not.
No, they did not.
Okay, so no, it's the exact same problem then. So, but it's like okay, like I think the cleanest example is like Jake asks, "Oh, what's the window?" And you're like, "Oh, well, it's this thing here, down here called the something something window." And I'm like, "Oh, okay."
So you just have to like
Right.
know that. Yeah.
It's not even like that I have to know. It's just like it's just called that. It feels like
Yeah.
it's just called that to be called that. And maybe there is a reason. Maybe you're using like an added.
Yeah, there is a reason. There is a reason. There is a reason.
That's it, like, I know that- Yeah, it's like I know there's a reason, but it's also like this is gonna be a funny example. When me and Jake were working on
go for it. Yeah,
he insisted on calling something a bivouac, and I'm like, no one knows what a bivouac is.
I know what a bivouac
It
is.
was a bivouac.
Yeah.
I don't know what a bivouac is, so I was against using it because it just felt like a weirdly wordy word for me. But that was a real word, so you know. But basically, it just feels like it feels like there's a lot of pieces to have a lot of pieces. Like you introduced the rot cards, right? I don't remember in the earlier version I played before. Did it still have the trashing mechanic?
Yes.
So it just feels like you've added something. I don't know, just to add it, maybe? Like, now I have to... It's like, the trashing was already there, but now I'm just using it to get rid of these cards. It's just, oh, well, I take a rot card so I can use a trash card later. I don't know. It just doesn't feel. It's hard to explain why I don't
I
like it.
totally get it. And and I mean, like, there's a thing that I'm trying to evoke by doing this, and like, I can explain the concept of the Overton window also, which is like a term of political science. But like, I hear you about the like bivouac thing, where it doesn't matter if it's a real thing that maybe like 20s of people know. You don't know what it is,
There are
and so
dozens
it's
of
not
us.
helpful.
Right,
Yeah.
but it's like because what this is, the Overton like what your Overton window is so clearly just in hundreds of other games, just like the buying row, like
Right,
whatever
just
they call
the
it.
market. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
it's everyone knows what it is, and if you have to use two different phrases to describe what it is to make it clear to people what it is, that's a problem thing. And
Understood.
with the rot cards, you can probably just call them exhaustion. I think rot's maybe a weird word for them. Exhaustion makes more sense because like it's clear that what the theme you're going for is you're overworking. Like this is like extra work type of things that you're doing. That's why you're getting these rot cards.
So it's not actually that.
It's not?
It's not. It's societal decay. It's like so for example, the patronage. Why patronage gives rot, and why smuggling gives rot, and why like contracting gives rot, and reorganizing gives rot, is because you are like working outside of the institutional structure. So you are like building these structures that are overall weakening the institution.
Okay,
the like society. Yeah.
Okay, so I get what you're saying, but also all the things you have it on are just also things that would make people exhausted.
Okay. All right. You think
it's because of what they're giving you. So patronage gives you 5 power. This one gives you like 4 resources.
Right.
This one's giving you like.
I definitely see what you're saying, Ned. When it comes to like smuggling, that is well explained. Expansion could literally be anything. Like it's the security expanding. That one maybe makes sense.
Patronage is the good thing. I don't think patronage is a bad thing.
Patronage is you're giving resources to people in exchange for their supporting you, right? I mean, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Okay. See, when I think patronage,
you went to a store and used money at that store, and then they gave.
No. This is I am giving you. I am cutting you. I am giving you more rations. I am giving you more supplies in exchange for supporting me. I am like walking through the under. Like the people who are actually involved in production who have no say whatsoever in the way that the society is going.
Right.
And I'm throwing my fliff around, and you all will support me.
There are words that you could use that would be more evocative of that than.
I thought patronage was very evocative, but
so okay. So to me, I want to just be very specific with patronage to me. Patronage is like when some rich ass. It can still a rich asshole. Some rich asshole is paying someone to do something like they already like. A patron of the arts. It's not. It's not political corruption buyouts.
Right.
Yeah. This is all right. Political corruption buyouts is what this is happening.
Right. Like these should all be very, very, very clear. If you want to go with rot as this, if you're like,
as the theme,
then these all have to be like a 10-year-old can tell that it's a crime.
Okay.
Basically, like this should be like coercion. Or, literally, like, what would a mob boss get jail time for? Like, that's what these all need to be.
So instead of contracting, like, racketeering,
like,
right?
Perfect.
Racketeering.
Right. Like, bribery. Like, instead of reorg, like, bribe. Like.
Well, this is like nepotism. I'm gonna change this nepotism. Great.
Right.
Yeah.
All of them should be very, very clearly illegal activities, not like contracting. Like I come from the world of architecture. There's a lot of contractors. None of them, as far as I know, were doing anything illegal.
Yeah, but this is like the administration. You're going outside of the administration to get other people to do stuff for you. So
But anyway, that
Yes.
does lead a little bit into my thoughts, which is you, for lack of a better term, have, or a better organizational concept, have 7 quote unquote factions, let's say.
Mhm.
Actually more like 8 because of production, but
They're not real. Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
a half. It's like half a
They,
faction.
they don't count. Yeah, they don't count. They're
And
not important.
at least from the 2 plays that I have played, none of
Yeah.
them feel particularly different, other than you have to use different materials to do the thing, and sometimes there's
Yeah.
a downside that's slightly different. But if I want to recruit guys, I can do that in all 3 of these.
Mhm.
If I
Yeah,
want
that was
Right.
yeah.
If I want to draw cards, I can do this from 2 of the 3 of them. If I want to get more money, I can. There's more power. There's a
Yeah.
finagled way to do that in all of them. Like
Yeah.
of all of these symbols over here, I can basically do every single one of them in any of these 3, in some way,
Yeah.
shape, or
I
form.
hear you.
So like, there's not an
So what I really
actually
need what I really need to do is I need to like make the critical actions belong to one of
right.
the 3 institutions, and then maybe have like one way outside of the critical institution to do the thing.
Right. Or
Right.
yeah, you're like, this one can do it
Yeah.
a lot, this one can do it a little, this
What?
one can't do it at all.
This one can't do it. Yep.
Right. And that really harkens back, for me at least, to like the color pie of Magic the Gathering, of like, there are
Yeah.
very specific things that red can do and red cannot do. Like red cannot
Mhm.
destroy creatures. It can only deal metric fuck tons of damage to creatures. And those are different
Yes.
things in Magic the Gathering, like
Mhm.
and I think that would help a lot. And I
Mhm.
think that like my patience for a crunchy Euro game like this extends as far as my ability to flavorfully put myself into the thing I'm doing.
The seat. Right.
Right. So like, if the really crunchy 2.5 hour Euro game is just a bunch of numbers and symbols, I'm out. Like,
Totally.
but
Yeah.
if it's like, here's your farm equipment, and we've come up with a really flavorful way to show that you're a farmer, and for you to be managing your farm, and you feel like a
Mhm.
farmer, and you're like creating evocative feelings of farming,
Mhm.
even if I don't like farming in real life, I'm like, I see what you're doing here. I'm in it, and I didn't really
Mhm.
feel in it.
If I could
Mhm.
cut in with a
Yes.
quick example, have you played Scythe?
Yeah. Yes.
One of the big things with Scythe is that the robots are technically farming robots, so
Yes.
you're punished for fighting with them. One, because there's a bunch of civilians around and everyone hates war, and 2, they're farming robots. So yeah, it is a primary action you can take, but like it's like, oh, but I don't like, it's not meant for that. Like we're turning like literally like like a plow to a sword,
Yeah.
and it feels evocative of that. But I mean,
Yeah.
that's I maybe they lucked out with that one. Like the theming's really good on Scythe, but
Right.
Yeah, no. So push the theme a lot harder, and like to kind of talk about the theming and what I'm the thing that I'm trying to do is that we have these institutions. These institutions have requirements, and then you as a faction are given a choice. Like you can fight for power within the institution, or you can try and go outside. And the more resources you spend on recruiting people, the less you have to like support these institutions. And initially it's not a trade-off. On like the first couple of actions, it's intentionally not very much of a trade-off because you start off with a lot of resources and you have the challenges aren't very hard. But by the time you start getting to like the third set of things where your choices are like you need 8 cubes in an institution in order to keep that institution going.
Right. And I guess
Yeah.
there's and this will come out through playtesting, and I think we might have given you
Yeah.
somewhat the opposite advice last time, and I think you might have cranked it like way in one direction. but I have a couple ideas that are kind of smooshed together. Sorry, so let me try and say this in
Sure. Yeah.
the
Yeah.
most concise way
Unpack them.
possible,
Yeah.
which is like
Yeah.
the first tier was so easy that it was a cakewalk, which
Mm-hmm.
I don't necessarily think is a problem if we can hoard resources and then use them more later. But
Yeah.
because so many things on the board right now are, for the most part, like one-to-one trading, it was just kind of like
Mm-hmm.
shifting our resources around. And you're like, yay,
Mm-hmm.
I'm shifting them around, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got into the second stage and you're like, okay, cool. Now I'm shifting them around. And I guess now we're figuring out. So I don't know what the solution to that would be if you wanted to kind of keep it that way. Like, oh, it's easy to
Yeah.
do this, but I can hoard a bunch of stuff. Or
Mm-hmm.
okay, now it's getting harder and I can't hoard as many stuff, and now it's really hard and I'm having to use all my stuff. Or
I mean, I think that we were using most of our stuff, most of our power each turn.
right, right.
And the issue was that like resources, we didn't use the big resource sinks as like nobody took board seat, nobody took local control.
Right.
Well,
And
no one had the resources for that.
right, and I guess that's
Yeah.
kind of what I'm
Yeah.
saying is like for the
Yeah.
most part, a lot of these are kind of like 2 for 3 or 3 for 1 for
Yeah.
2. You know, it's like it's very
Yeah.
incremental gains throughout.
Yes.
And I like wish there was a way for those easier ones in the beginning for it's like not have to use as many resources to get more resources or something like that. And
Yeah.
I know that that's a very nebulous thing for me to say, but
No, I totally get it.
I'm
Yeah.
more like thinking of vibes right now than mechanics, I
Yeah.
guess.
Vibes are important. Like
Right.
I have made the mechanics work largely, but now the vibes need to be
Right.
vibing.
So
Yes.
and that going off of that kind of clear
Yeah.
identity for HR admin and security, I do feel
Yeah.
like these cards, these abilities and these cards, from what I have played, maybe they do have an identity that you
I mean
know.
that. Yes,
Uh,
but it's not conveyed.
it's not
So
super like obvious, and I'm going
yeah.
to say that I think that that is because of all these cards.
Yeah.
Like there is what I would I think it would be much clearer if
Mhm.
you have a starting deck of
All ideological people, and you have very few of the non-ideological people.
right,
And
like or like
yeah,
basically like
and so it's very clear. Like this can do this color of thing. This
right,
can do this color
right,
of
and
thing. Yeah.
this I
Yeah.
know is advice because I'm remembering that I gave this advice last time,
Yeah.
which is like, does
I
this
named everybody.
well,
Yeah.
but does this need to exist? Where
Yeah.
it's go here or go here and do nothing. Like,
Yeah.
is that important in the game? Because you have these gray guys, and as far as I can tell, most of the gray guys don't really have abilities, right? And like you even
Which
have, I'm trying to remember, you know, like as we went through all of these, maybe not.
I mean,
But
most there's generally pretty few that have like literal nothing.
right, but maybe that
But
could
yeah.
be part of these ideologies of like maybe
Yes.
these gray ones, they each have all 3 symbols, or they all have 2 symbols, and some of them have 3. So like they're really
Mhm.
really useful. You can put them anywhere, but they don't really have a lot of abilities.
So
Whereas
so there are like again this I think that you're right that I need to crank it up a little bit, but like each color has each ideology has a keyword that is unique to it, and then they have a set of actions that are like unique to it. So like suppress is only found on the gray cards.
right,
Clout is only found on these green cards. Cure, just like get a cube, is only found on these orangey cards, and then convince is only found on these pink cards.
right. But
And
then
then
like
these
you'll
gray
have
cards have a lot of trash.
right, and
Yeah,
you'll have gray cards
yeah,
that just don't have anything on them, and
I've
like,
got it.
sorry, you go ahead.
I was just saying, so you just said like all these colors have like their own specific mechanic
Keyword,
or whatever.
yeah.
Keyword, right? But why?
What do you mean why?
Why have a keyword, or why it be in only for them?
Yeah, why only
thing?
for that color?
Well, I mean, I think
So
that
each of
goes.
these
You answer.
that's part of that theme, the themey bit. Like each of these ideologies represents like a different vision of the future of the station. And again, this is like the big high level vibe stuff that I'm obviously not doing a good job conveying, and so I need to work on. But like the like authority, the gray, these sort of gray with the uh, chevron is a place where like the winners win and the losers lose, and if you're a winner, great, and if you're a loser, sucks, go die. Right. And so if you look at the little tokens, they've got things like, rank and yank. These are the reforms that this institution is attempting to put into place.
Right. And I think I would find that much more. I think that would be
Convincing,
a lot
yeah.
more evident right off the bat if
Yeah.
like
Right. So like this pink has like card draw and anyway, not important. But yes, I think that it needs to be in your starter deck. In your starter deck, you need to see these things.
right, if there was 2 of each of these, basically, kind of like
Yeah.
in your starting deck. And then
Yes.
then it would be like, all right, cool. Like if I'm gonna go be doing green stuff, I'll get to do some cloud. Okay, like they have
Yeah.
things that are like
Yes.
very clear
Be
that
right
they
back.
do.
Totally. Yeah.
And then have those, like, these powers also didn't feel particularly, and maybe on replaying and playing several times, it's like, oh, okay, cool.
I mean, I felt convinced got used aggressively, but yeah, no, you didn't get the feeling of what these
Of,
meant.
like,
Yeah.
these didn't play into, oh, if I have a bunch of these orange guys and I have that ability, then they combo in a cool way, like,
Hmm.
like all of these let you get, extra power, so it's like,
Yeah.
instead of these necessarily being like you get extra power, maybe it's like whenever you get a power, you get an extra power, like that sort of
Right.
thing. So it like
So
starts
I
to
have some of
combo.
those, but I need to crank that up. So like for example, the authority faction is about trashing.
Right.
Like that's their big thing.
Right. Like
And so I
that
have a
makes
fair
sense.
few
Mhm.
where they are trashing and then also like rot management.
Right, but this is just like when you hire,
Yeah.
you like don't do this. That has nothing to do with getting power. like
Yes, it does. I mean, explicitly it does, right? Like it means that you can hire who you want without having to pay for it. So you have more power. It is a way of giving you additional
it's
power to
right.
spend.
It's more like it's a
Yeah.
cheeky way of getting extra power and not like
Yeah.
a combo with these cards, right?
Right.
Like,
So more of a combo feel.
right,
Yeah.
or like whenever you agitate, blah, like,
Yeah. Yeah.
instead of
And
from
so
your
you get
supply,
to look.
take it from the
Yeah.
from the bank. Oh my
Yes.
gosh,
Yeah.
that's so crazy. Like, oh, and I have
Yeah.
3 agitate cards in my deck. All right, cool. Like, and then, like when these guys flip down here, it's kind of like, I guess I'll go look at them. Like,
Yeah.
they're better than the white
But
cards that I
they're
have.
not exciting.
But
Yeah.
it's not like, oh wait, I have that power that does that really cool thing. Now, oh, is there any agitate cards? Did any agitate cards come out? Because those are banging for
Mhm.
me. Like,
Right.
so and so that's all to say. I think holistically,
Yeah.
like everything needs to become more,
Exciting. Yeah.
not necessarily just exciting, but like more individualized.
Yeah.
Where you're like, I'm doing the thing and
Hmm.
I'm making decisions for a purpose. Because I felt
Hmm.
like there was often times where I was just like, well, I want to hire somebody, and I'm like, I
Hmm.
guess one of these is blue, and somebody already hired in purple, so I guess I'll hire in blue. All right,
Yep.
cool. And I happen to have a blue card in my hand, but like there wasn't a lot of me like reading the abilities on my cards. There wasn't a lot of me
Hmm.
being like, oh crap, like I really wanted to hire this turn, but somebody already hired this turn, so I guess I can't. Oh well,
Hmm.
or like like the even the like when the materials are used for, it's kind of just like,
Hmm.
all right, you just to do admin, you need the crops, and
Yeah.
to get the crops, you have to do this, and if you want to like that
Yeah.
worked, but it wasn't flavorful.
Yeah.
It was more just like, this is the money you use for HR, and this is the money you
It's
use for admin, as opposed to like
Yeah.
you
it's
can,
busy work.
yeah, as opposed to
Yeah.
like in a weird way, if it would be better in a dumb way. It would be better if it was more complicated and like you can use it for admin or you can trade it in for XYZ. And then you're like,
Hmm.
okay, this is clearly has a this is food. Like I'm using that food to do things, or I can use it on admin or something like that. Like
Hmm.
now we're just talking in circles and weird things, but um,
Yeah. No, I hear you. I hear you.
anyway, sorry.
Cool. Anything else? Thank you so much for this feedback. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, hopefully that wasn't too harsh. I you know.
No, 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 no. It's good. It's good and important. Like if there's a lot of flavor in my head, and if that flavor isn't coming through, then that is a failure, and I need to work to make sure that the flavor in my head is being translated to the actual game.
Right. I mean, and I think
And
the
yeah.
I think the biggest part of all of what I was kind of just saying too is like these white cards are just not fun.
Yeah.
Like in like a deck building game like Star Realms, there's definitely cards that are like crappy cards,
I mean
but
that's the point. Is they're supposed to be crappy, and you're supposed to want to get rid of them.
right. But
But yeah, yeah.
that game has you're like basically buying something almost every turn, and
Hmm.
trashing cards is super super easy. And even when you have a crappy card, you can like combine it with good cards to do something useful.
Yeah, that's speaking of which, that's I guess something I want to talk about
Hmm.
is like my starting deck is not really any different from what it was, and there's so many other things to do that aren't buying like hiring a new person.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like that busy we were talking about before. It's like, okay, well, I need to take this action, but I need shields for that. Well, to get shields, I need a culture. Well, to get culture, I need green. But to get
Yeah.
green, I need the good. It's like it's just this
Yeah.
constant, endless cycle of just like doing this stuff. And
Yeah.
it's like it's and also with the introduction of the rock cards as well. When they have something else to spend trashing, these white cards are never going to get out of the deck. Like
Mhm.
because as much as they suck, they're better than the rock cards.
Right. At least I
And
get
Yes.
to do
to get
something with them.
Yeah.
anything done in this game, I need to take these rot actions a lot.
Mhm.
Like
Right. So that's where like if there was just no white cards, but you kept the rot, then all of a sudden that makes a lot more sense. I'm going around, I'm doing this. Okay, but then I can use the trash action to get rid of the rot because like this is my hand and that sucks as a hand as opposed to like this is my hand and you're like, all right, I guess I just don't use this. This is already basically a rot if I have good stuff in my hand. But if I don't have any good
Mhm.
stuff in my hand, then it's just like, all right,
but
cool.
it's all but then it's also again though, I think the problem is that there's so many other things to do to keep
Mhm.
track of that the one action of you add a card to your deck. I I don't think like I think we were like kind of like all vaguely doing it, but it wasn't happening with any sort of
I
frequency
I,
to
I mean,
affect the
I will
deck.
say I already have been messing with things. Um, I believe I had something kind of like this. Um,
Mhm.
and ag- I on purpose aggressively was like trying to buy as much as I possibly could, and I'm still only like a third cool cards.
You
Yeah.
and you got rid of like four rot cards or something too.
I
So
Yeah.
dumped at least 3 rot cards, and I got rid of one of these cards, and I'm still, at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I have like what 7 here, 8 here,
Mhm.
and only 5 here. So I'm like only just barely above a third of my cards are quote unquote good. It's like,
Mhm.
And like I do
ooh.
understand we were only like like maybe a third of the way through like a whole
We
game.
we're about halfway through the game. So yeah.
But the problem is if we're at that point and the cards start getting harder, I'm going to
Mhm.
dedicate even fewer resources to getting people because I need to concentrate on getting power and other resources that let me buy power to actually complete the missions like
things.
the census.
Right.
Like sure, like these guys aren't like bad, but it's like it takes like I have to like dedicate a whole action and maybe some resources to getting this guy. Like I have to trade like 7
Mhm.
power for one guy. Why would I put 7
Yeah.
power for one guy when I can put 7 on
Yeah.
a like security thing and like complete the census
Yeah.
or whatever the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
Right. And that's
Yeah.
where if there's some cool combos happening, then it really becomes worth, oh, every time I use my clout, I was able to get this, and which says, every time that you use clout, get an extra 2,
Yeah.
2 power, or every time you use
Mhm.
clout, you get a shield. Like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
cool. Now that 5 is worth it. It's worth me taking a whole
Mhm.
turn off of my 3 actions to take one of them to go and get that and add it to my deck, and
Mhm.
because there's some cool combo potential going on. But yeah, I can see how towards the end of the game it would start to just be like, well, this is the deck I have. I have to spend
Mhm.
every action just putting out fires. And I guess
Well, I mean
hypothetically I can be putting out that fire and also recruiting, but depending on how much power I have, like the amount of
Mhm.
power that we were getting didn't seem to be necessarily like going up. Like it was pretty flat.
It's not.
Right. So
It is pretty flat.
anyway, I think we've covered
Yeah.
pretty much
Yes.
most of our thoughts. Matt, did you have anything else?
Thank you both. Oh, sorry, Matt, not Ned. Sorry, go ahead, Matt.
Yeah. No, you're good. I was just gonna point out like the couple of cards I did end up buying. So like the Siegfried guy. I mean, he was like, this is a pretty decent car. Like I just keep him in my hand. I get or I buy him right at the end. I just get a couple shields. If we succeed. But then there's like I don't know where it went. The guy who gave me an extra turn, whoever he is.
Yeah.
Like that like he cost me like 6 to get.
Yeah.
And I could only use him on maybe a future round.
Mhm.
But if I use him, I mean, like using him is probably just fine because like I just get to go
Yeah.
in order. But I don't think so. I take the extra turn, right? But
Yeah.
does that fundamentally alter what I was going to do if I had just had to wait for you guys to go? Like, sure, I guarantee the action I wanted, but it's
Mhm.
like it's a little bit like what Jake was saying, where it's like the options are pretty open. Like if I would needed to recruit a guy, I could still, just recruit a guy from somewhere else if someone else is going
Mhm.
to take it up. Like it's not like you guys going on to any individual action screwed over what I was doing.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing too, is like I think like correct me if I'm wrong, but in like these sort of like crunchy Euro games, when you're doing worker placement to take up resources from other people, it should be a bigger deal that someone has taken up a slot.
Right.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like a big deal. What's funny? The only time it felt like a big deal that someone took up a slot was when someone took up one of the green slots. Because while that didn't contribute to actually winning, the resource gain on those are so good
Yeah.
that
I was like,
right.
"Yeah, I wanted to do modernization," like
Because I need these resources. But for any of these where like just any of these actions I can contribute to the overall success level of the current mission, it's like, oh, okay, well we need like 3 more power and security. Sure, I'll just recruit a guy, I guess.
right.
I
I'll
don't
just recruit through recruiting as opposed to recruit through awards. Like, and
Mhm.
I guess I have shields, or it's opposite. You're like, I do have shields, and hey, I guess I get an extra money out of this one, but like, or power out of this one, great. But
Mhm.
like these,
but it's just like it's the balance back and forth of like like I was thinking about it too. It's like we were like all of us were frequently using the green actions because they're just honestly quite good.
Yeah. And that's intentional. But yeah, no, the green actions are intentionally quite good, but they don't let you like fight.
Yeah, but they're also the only ones I cared about.
Yeah.
right. And I think that could be the like interesting relief valve
Mhm.
of like you have for lack of my being a dum-dum. You know, like you have basically these 3-ish things: drawing and recruiting and trashing and gaining stuff. So that's kind of like 4 things.
Yes.
Okay, wait, hold on. I think I figured it out. Okay, hold on.
Yep.
Sorry, I just need. Let me. Okay, so the one you have out right now, right? The census. This one right here.
Yeah.
What this says is that for this round of the game, yellow is as important as green, which means you have 2 sections, yellow and green, which don't contribute to winning, but one of them has significantly better payouts for entering into. And it's green every time because, as you just said, green is designed to be good.
Right.
Which means that if I need a resource and I go into yellow while we have the census, like the census thing open, I'm contributing as much as going into yellow if I went to green, but I'm getting less out of it.
Right. I mean, you do get to keep any power there for
I guess
subsequent rounds, which is something. I mean, more what I was going to be saying is like, if
but that's the thing too, is now I'm losing power in that area. Like I'm paying power for a future investment that may or may not pay out.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, and more what I was going to be saying is like, if these are all rock, paper, scissors in some way, shape, or form of the things that they can do, it should almost. I feel like it should almost be flipped, where like these are rock, paper, scissors. They're all really good at rock or paper or scissors, and then green becomes I can do rock, papers, or scissors, but it's not very efficient.
The problem is right now it's rock, paper, scissors, and then green is gun.
Right. Anyway, that's probably enough for you to mull over and and think through. We definitely threw a lot at you.
No. This was really good.
But again, going back to the very start of this, you know, if it becomes more along those lines of feeling really evocative to play the game, then yes, I would play again. If it kind of maintains, which nothing against people, I know that there are games that are successful games that are just kind of like, you know, spreadsheet the game. And there are some people who really love those games and they love that crunchiness. It's just not for me. So more power to you if you can make one of those games that people love. But I would love to play this in that more evocative feeling capacity.
Yes.
And look forward to hopefully that happening.
All right.
Alrighty. Well, with that, we are gonna bounce. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe. Do some commenting down below on what you think this should look like, or other games we should play, or if you have a game, come and hang out on our Discord, and we'll try and play your game. That'll be fun. We'll give you crushing feedback like we do Ned.
Heck yeah. It's the only way to get better.
Other than that, we will see you all next time. Bye-bye.